G'day guys. Chromebooks are generally marketed as cloud devices and usually expect you to be connected to the internet at all times when using it. So today, I thought we would take a look and see how useful a Chromebook is without any internet access. We'll be testing it on our Lenovo 500E Gen 2 Chromebook, which has been updated to the latest ChromeOS version 134 at the time of making this video. I have also power washed it, which is basically a factory reset, and it should be pretty much how you would find it out of the box if you were to buy it new. Let's get into it. So we're on the first welcome screen now after power washing it, and we haven't touched anything. So we'll go with get started. So straight away, it looks like it does want internet access to continue. This is not a good sign. We'll connect to our network now and try and disconnect it once it's been set up. We've connected to our network. Now from here, there is an option to browse as guest. I will disconnect the network. We'll actually go forget. So our network has been disconnected and we've made it forget our credentials, and browse as guest is still available. I think we will reset it and see if it is still there. And after resetting, it is still there. So we only need internet access very briefly for the very first step. And after that, we should be able to get to the desktop. We won't send telemetry. And accept and continue. And here we are. Now, obviously, there's not much you can do on a Chromebook without internet access. As a guest, you don't have access to the Google Play Store, which is unfortunate. And there's pretty much nothing pre-installed. We'll open up Terminal. We'll see if we can set up the Linux container. I don't think we will as a guest. And no, we can't set it up as a guest, unfortunately. When you log in, it does let you set it up. So it's not that it's not supported like it says. It's just it doesn't work in guest mode. So realistically, what could we do with an offline Chromebook in guest mode? I'll plug in my flash drive with some media and we'll see if we can play music and videos. It did detect it. I'll close off settings and Chrome and we'll open up our file manager. There's our Samsung USB. We'll go Big Buck Bunny, which is just test videos. We'll try H.264 1080. We go full screen. We can. Left and right arrows don't fast forward like they do in VLC. It does skip the video. So you can watch movies offline. That is something. We'll close out of this. Next, we'll try an MP3. And that works as well. So you can also play music offline in guest mode. We've got two test images we'll try. Got JPEG. And that loads, so you can look at JPEG photos and PNG. That also works. So offline, in guest mode on a Chromebook, you can watch movies, listen to music, and look at photos. There's not really much else to do in guest mode. I think next, I'll go back to the startup page. We'll continue through the startup with my Google account and see if we're still able to access the Google account after it's been set up without internet. So we're back on the network page, connect to my network. From here, we'll go personal use. Next. It looks like there is actually another update. We only just updated this morning. We'll go skip for now. So from here, you do need a Google account. You can create one on the fly, or you can use an existing one. I think we'll use an existing one. So we'll go enter your Google account and password, go next. If you didn't have a Google account, from here, you'd click more options and go create account. I'll just log in. After signing in, I have to agree to all the terms and conditions. I will disable as much telemetry as possible. Not all of it's telemetry, but I don't use any of those features, so we'll just go accept and continue. I don't want to sync anything, accept and continue. Now from here, you will need to use a PIN if you want to use it offline. If you go password instead, it won't let you log in if you're not connected to the internet, since it does use your Google account password. So I'll create a PIN. I'll just do 123456. If it lets me, it does. We've added the PIN, we'll click done. We logged into our Google account and on our desktop. I think before we disconnect the Wi-Fi and reset the PC, I'll download an Android app that we can test offline. I ended up downloading Geometry Dash Lite from the Play Store and also a PDF and a web page. So we've got a few more things to test offline. From here, I'll open up our wireless settings and I made it forget our Wi-Fi details. So it shouldn't auto reconnect. I'll also turn Wi-Fi off and we'll restart the PC. We're back on the login screen now. The Wi-Fi is still disconnected, which is good. And I'll just enter the PIN we created, 123456. Press enter. And here we are. We are on the desktop. We are still offline. That's awesome. I think first we'll try our Android app, Geometry Dash, and see if it still works offline. It did still show up, and it looks like it does work. So it looks like you can use Android apps offline, as long as they don't normally require the internet, which obviously this game doesn't. We'll close out of this, and we'll try and open our PDF that we downloaded. Go to our downloads. So it's just the Kmart instruction manual, just the first thing I found on Google. See if it opens. Click OK. And it does. So we can obviously read PDFs, so ebooks, anything like that. That should be good. Close that off. And we also downloaded the Kmart webpage as a complete webpage, so we can view it offline. See if it opens. And it does. So it looks like you can use a Chromebook offline as long as you have finished the initial setup process. You don't need to make a Google account to use it, but without a Google account, you will not be able to access the Linux container or the Google Play Store. Stuff like watching movies, listening to music, looking at photos, reading PDFs, or offline web pages will all work though without a Google account, which is good. And if you do decide to set up a Google account, make sure you enable PIN login instead of password login. And that way you will also have access to all of your Android apps while offline. I think that'll do it for today. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.